the bytes. So for example, if you take n bits, we can have 2 power n color combinations. So for example, if you take 8 bits for representing a particular pixel, you will get 256 shades of that one. For example, if I take 3 bits representing RBG, if I keep all zeros, no intensity, nothing will be displayed except black. So for other possible options, for green like that, for blue like that, for other combinations other than the primary colors, you will get these options if you represent a particular value allocated for those bits. So in programming wise, I think if we go very basic fundamental programming, C programming, how we should bring the display device into graphic mode, I think we have to include the header file graphics.h, and we need to insert the function init graph function. So for giving values to each and every pixel, I think that is the predefined function. Put pixel coordinate and intensity value, whatever the value. I think these are some basic functions we use in our digital image processing. Just I have given a little bit emphasis. So for example, without writing any code, predefined functions for generation of a line, we can go like this. So very simple. Init graph function like that. So for I equal to 100, I less than 200, I plus plus. From that point to that point, I want to generate a line like this. So naturally, we should bring the display device from text mode to graphic mode. So otherwise, you will not display whatever you want. So for the purpose, I think we can use that header file and also this init graph function. So these are a little bit basics. So now coming to a little bit extra. So why image processing? Directly or indirectly, I think person who is having idea about computers, even layman also, or directly or indirectly, he is making use of the applications of image processing. Even the display monitor, display device, whatever observing. So the image processing, the first statement, that the display aspects are also the fundamentals included in our image processing or computer graphics techniques. So other than that one, I have given some of the important areas of digital image processing applications. From that area to this area, I think you have been observing in our medical applications, your X-rays or whatever it may be. So these are all some of the important areas we can use digital image processing concepts. So now I'm straight away coming to the original basics. So what's an image? Three types of images are there: gray level image, binary image, and color image. So these three images, I think we should have some idea. Ultimately, an image, digital image, represented as an array of 2 dimensions. So this you can acquire different ways and means. Naturally, digital camera or scanner, that we can store in a 2-dimensional area. Finally, I will show some of the images, how we are going to use our digital image processing programming, and how we get the outputs at the end. So ultimately, in simple, an image is nothing but a two-dimensional array of values. Whether it is a gray level image, whether it is binary image, whether it is a color image. The difference I will explain. So ultimately, an image, two-dimensional image, is nothing but light intensity function. So at each and every pixel, the value we call that one as brightness. So ultimately, we describe this one in spatial coordinates and its brightness value. So each and every point in that two-dimensional array, we call that one as, in our digital image technology, we call that one as pixel or PEL or pixel element. Like this. These are the spatial coordinates. At each and every spatial coordinate, its brightness value will be given. So for example, 256 into 256 image. So naturally for passport, 256 into 256 or 512 into 512, that means number of horizontal and vertical pixels will provide you a passport image. So that can be represented like this. How much storage, how much memory is required? It depends upon the number of bits required for representing a particular pixel. For example, if I take 8 bits for representing each and every pixel, I think 256 shades of that particular thing I can display. That starts from 0 to 255. And also the size. So the number B of bits required to store a digital image is n into m, that m. So for example, if I take 512 into 512 and 8 bits, so this much amount of storage is required for me for representing an image. So huge amount of memory is required when you are dealing with digital image applications. So types of image I told. So gray level image, raw image, and color image. So here, gray level image, where the brightness values ranges from some minimum to maximum. For example, it depends upon the picture. So if I take 8, that much. If I take 10, that much number. Like that, I can represent the shades of that much number depending upon the number of bits allocated for that picture. Raw image or binary image. Here, we represent blackest to whitest, that's all. Absolute white, absolute black. We convert that gray level image into binary image by using our logic, simple mathematical logics, simple programming. Naturally, always the image may be in color or gray level. So we make use of these two and we convert that one into our binary image. So always look at any image, any satellite image, any weather report, any medical image, always I think you can observe only black and white. The reason is, so it's very difficult for a system to store that much amount of information if you consider color image. So 3 times of that image, that memory is required when you compare to this raw image. So for representing RGB, so 3 times of value required. And also when the time goes off, you will not get the exact information of that particular. There is a chance of fading that image. You look at your old images of your grandfather, whoever it might be. You look at the color image, you look at the black and white image. So you will not get any deterioration from black and white image, rather with your color image. So here, up to now, research has been going on, but not that much seriously color image processing has come into picture up to right now. But researchers are doing things. I think it may come in future course of time. But the disadvantage is you will not get that much accurate information when you compare to the color image with your black and white image. So at this point of time, I think most of the people still depending upon this black and white image processing only. That means whatever gray level image, whatever color image, we need to convert into a binary image, which consisting of absolute black and absolute white. So, for example, I take one image. So I'm not going to take a 512 by 512 image. I just take this much number of image. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, 6 columns, or 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. So assume my values of that image like this, gray level values of this. So these are the values, for example. So when I look at that one, maximum value 254, it seems. Minimum value, I think it is 10. So simply one simple statement, the entire digital image processing, I give with a single statement, nothing but manipulation of numbers, that's all. Manipulation of numbers by using simple arithmetics, nothing else. But it's not that much easy. If you are good at arrays, if you are reasonably good at simple logics, I think you can do whatever image processing enhancements to the existing concepts. So here one more advantage I would like to put at this point of time. So I think no one can that much easily point out your results, your thought process, may correct, may not correct. You can defend. So for this circumstances, for this situation, for this image, so my thing, my representation, my what you call my analysis, you can say like that. So that's why I think in this area, I think too much research has been going on, and also because of that one also, I think more innovation has come into picture. I think it is even spread to the whole world, and the applications are also making use by everybody. So here, how to convert that one is the main concept here. That gray level image, there are 4 different values out of 25 values. If we give 14 different colors for each of the above gray level values, then result image does not describe the image component. It merely shows color combination. If I throw color onto the wall, you will not get any image, just like that. So therefore, to visualize, understand, to analyze the image component, one has to convert the image into binary image. For converting that one into binary image, I look at all the values. I go for different approaches. I go for average, I go for median, many things, whatever I like. Here, I went threshold by median. Here 40, median is 40. Below 40, I go for one value. Above 40, I go for another value. If I go like this, so I think it is the binary image. If I display this one, I will get the complete raw image, black and white image, something like that. Just one simple example I took with a 5 by 5 image. Threshold by average. I add all these things. Based on the average, above average one value, below average one value, I go. If I go for average, I get type 52. Above like this, above this one, I change the value like this. I display this one. So for representing, for converting your gray level image into your color, I think it is the, for example, average. If I took so full pixel, I use greater than threshold one value, less than another value. So I have given 16 actually. I should give one. I took one image, Abraham Lincoln. I will show at the end. So at the time, we have developed histogram also. I think we know very well about histogram, the frequency of anything, how many number of pixels at particular value I can represent. So this histogram is one of the important aspects in general mathematics also. It gives an idea about anything at all. So I told minimum value 10, maximum value 254. So I think there is a little bit some ambiguity. There might be some kind of noise might be entered because of different regions, bad aperture or weather condition or something like that. Because of that reason, it may, while the image acquisition, it may like that. If I go for histogram equalization also, so that means I have uniformly spread. So there is an algorithm. See, when I apply for histogram equalization, naturally we feel that we get little bit better image. But I apply histogram equalization, I could not get that much better image comparing to the existing image. So that's what you cannot say it's the best approach. So you can easily defend, with respect to the situation. So we applied that one for a bark histogram equalization. That means nothing but uniformly spreading the values by making use of an algorithm, existing algorithm. So gray levels, frequency, cumulative frequency algorithm is there, I think. I use this algorithm. It's there in our so next one, edge detection. So basics. I'm talking about basics, very simple basics. So this area you can image acquisition one area, image enhancement another area, image restoration area, wavelets another area, segmentation another area, compression another area. So different areas are there. I'm not touching all those things. Just I'm giving very basic fundamentals. What's an image? How to? What is in binary, gray, color? What are the basics? So simple basics, how to convert one to another, and what basics, major basics we discuss here. I am touching, just touching. So edges also. So what is an edge? Naturally, in simple scenario, I think we can easily identify the edge in your topology geographically. It differs with its neighbors. So how to identify in our display device an edge? So here, just like that, already I told nothing but the digital image processing completely, nothing but manipulation of numbers with respect to a particular image. Here, abrupt changes in brightness values, we may think like that. There is an edge. So these are the applications. We can find regions. So how to find? So simple. If there is a significance difference in that particular values, we may come to a conclusion, yes, in this area or it's the edge starts from here, something like that. So you can have different types of edges. How to find that particular significance is also a big problem. So that's why how you can, by observing different outputs. So that that concept also here I have mentioned. So many edge detection techniques. So these edge detection techniques can be developed, discussed by a huge number of great researchers, scientists. I think this can be done by using a mask or a filter, something like that. This mask or filter is nothing but a small, what we call a small portion of your image, for example. Naturally, we take a base number of rows and base number of columns for this edge detection kind like this. Naturally, we go for 3 by 3. Sometimes we go for 5 by 5. Different scientists. So, for example, I take this as my image. This as my image, gray level image. I apply any one of the operator 1 1 1. So here, if you look at this one, if you look at this operator, so this operator consisting of coefficients, nothing else. So if I apply this operator on the whole image, I will get horizontal edges. I will get, if I apply diagonal edges, I will get vertical edges, something like that. So what I do multiplication and I change the internal value, this one. I move this mask and I multiply all these values and I change the next value. Similarly, I apply on the whole image and I get this one. Similarly, for column of this one. At this point of time, you are going to lose 1 row, 1 column. That means 2 rows, 2 columns. When you are dealing, that much 512 by 512 or 1024 by 1024, even more, I think that 1 or 2 rows are not going to affect the information of that particular image. So the algorithm for this one. I have to run that whole mask to filter to the whole image. I change the central pixel of that one and I convert that one into this. So this image, if I apply, I will get on the Lincoln image, we have applied on Mona Lisa image. Just like this, we can go for edges. Once you know the edges, you can easily identify the regions also. So similar different operators. If you use different operators, I think we will get different kinds of results. So here the coefficients only change. One researcher, one senior scientist, he gone with one value. So after doing that much research only, just like that, I think it has not come out. Now it looks very simple, but for identification of these coefficients, I don't know how much research was done by them. So similarly, like this, we can go for identification of edges. So different other edge detection techniques. So one more aspect, morphology. I'll talk. So morphology here it deals with the form and structure. It deals with form and structure. It came from biology. So just general example, if I take, for example, if I take a what you call a plastic cover, if I keep a volleyball in it one, how it will expand? If I bring, if I remove that one, how it will? So the form and structure, I think it has come from biology. So that concepts here we make use here. So here there are two major things we consider: dilation and erosion. So here dilation fills the gaps or holes of the image. Dilation fills the gaps or holes of the image. Erosion widens or enlarges the holes of the images. See, many things just like that. For example, if you want to identify a person with respect to any segmentation technique, just like that, it will not. Post segmentation technique is also very much essential. So it's these are all techniques we need to combine. So when I apply like this on the same images, Mona Lisa and this Abraham Lincoln.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Sir, we are
Yes,
running out of time, sir. Please, sir.
right. I will conclude within 1 or 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right. So like this, we can go through. I think if you spend time 1 or 2 minutes time, I will show how the values. So these are the values. For example, Mona Lisa. If I open any image with word pair or note pair, for example, I write my entire images here. So if I open this one, open with word pad. Yes, you see this much values. We are going to do manipulation on these values. I think you know the ASCII values of each and every character on your what you call this keyboard. So we do these manipulations on these numbers. So I think sometimes your array is not sufficient. We keep in a file. We keep in a file. Yes. So I think I have implemented some programs also. I think the time is running out. Anyhow, thank you very much for sparing your time and for patient listening. So it is the area, especially for computer science and ECE students. I think you can do research a little bit easily in this area. You can defend. Yes. Thank you.
Now the session is open for queries now.
Yes.
I request the participants to please raise the queries if you have it from your end. Participants, please raise the queries if you have from your side. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your lecture on digital image processing.
Okay. Thank you for giving an opportunity from CRI. Thank you very much to one and all.
Yeah, the faculty KSRM faculty lecture series will be continued in the further sessions also. So tomorrow we have a session which is given by Dr. G. Hemalata Madam, Head of the Department ECE. So we have a series of sessions planned over the upcoming days. Thank you for your valuable participation and thank you each and all. Thank you.